Hello, good day. My name is Yasumpa. Welcome to the 2 Minutes Conversation. In our last 6 weeks, we've been trying to understand and talk about money. In our last episode, we did talk about my friend Na, who produces bread, and the decision to make a choice for an asset using debt. So let's talk about debt. What is debt? Many of us have come to a place where debt finances our lives. Well, there are two markets generally in an economy. There's a real economy where goods and services are bought and sold. But there is also another economy, which is called the financial market. In the financial market, what we buy and sell is money. And so debt is a liability. It's a promise to have money regardless of the fundamental goods and services underlying it. But this is the thing. Every debt is an exchange through time. So in a typical debt scenario, you're borrowing money from yourself, but your future self. So you're transferring money you would have tomorrow to yourself today. Or, as we say here, your collateral, which is literally the valuation of the asset you're using the money or the liability to expend in, that valuation in the future, the net present value of it must be matching of that future value, such that if your cash flows do not match it, the lender who bet on your future can take that asset. Now, this is the question. If money and lending or borrowing is transferring of money from your future self to your present self, then technically there must be two forms of debt. There must be good debt and bad debt. A good debt is a debt that finances an asset for which the future value is far in excess for the cost of funding and the net present value of the asset. Let me give you an example. So you take a debt to buy a house. You may get a tax liability for the interest on the debt. The house may appreciate, your expenditure on rent goes out. You're probably not paying $1, which imports an extra about 18% year on year. So net effective cost of the debt will be positive. That can be a good debt. But where you borrow to finance consumption in the present, in which your cash flows in the future does not guarantee anything, that is a bad debt. So here is my final word for today on debt. Any debt that does not lead to increasing your earning in the future or does not lead to an asset for which the price of the asset in tomorrow is higher than your current value is a bad debt. So before you contract on anything called debt, ask yourself, does it increase my future earnings? If the answer is no, then please know you're engaging in a legal transaction that is fundamentally a bad debt. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor having you for this conversation. In our subsequent conversations, we will talk about the entrepreneur's journey to financing his business. I look forward to engaging with you in the subsequent video. My name is Yasumpa. Uhuru.